Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to jump into the world of charts and decode a really powerful signal that traders look for, one that can hint at a major turning point in the market. It's called the Morning Star pattern. So let me ask you this. You're watching the charts, right? And it's just red, red, red. Everything is heading down. It can feel pretty hopeless. But what if the chart itself, what if it could actually give you a little sign that things might be about to turn around? Because that's the thing. Sometimes, hidden in all of that selling, all that noise, a very specific pattern can pop up. It's like a little signal that a reversal could be just around the corner. And that signal? That's our morning star. It's a special three-candle formation that acts like a little beacon of hope for buyers. It suggests that the whole mood of the market is shifting, and the sellers, or the bears, might finally be losing their grip. Okay, so take a look at this chart. You can see it pretty clearly, a whole wave of red candles pushing the price lower and lower. But then, look right there at the bottom. Something different starts to happen. A very particular sequence of candles appears, and that's the story we're about to unpack. To really get what makes the Morning Star so special, we've got to break it down, piece by piece. So let's dissect the anatomy of these three crucial candles. It's actually better to think of it less like a static pattern and more like a little three-act play unfolding right there on your chart. Each candle represents a key part of the story. So let's zoom right in. See how we can isolate these three specific candles right at the tail end of that downtrend? This little area right here, this is our focus. This is where the whole story of the reversal kicks off. And here's a pretty cool way to remember this three-part story. Think of it as a sunset on the old trend, a little star that signals a pause, and then a brand new sunrise for the buyers. So the whole key is understanding the job of each candle. First, you get the big red candle that says, yep, we're still going down. Then you get the small candle that shows hesitation, like the market's holding its breath. And finally, you get the big green one that signals a powerful shift in the other direction. This first candle, this is basically peak fear. It's long and it's red because the sellers are feeling super confident, just pushing the price down hard. It's the confirmation that the bears are in total control. This is our sunset. And then this happens. This is the pivot point. The second candle, our star, is small, and its tiny body means everything. It's a signal that the heavy selling pressure is finally drying up. The market is pausing, unsure where to go next. The bears are getting tired. And this is the big moment, the reveal. A strong, confident green candle shows up and it pushes the price back up with some serious force. This is the sunrise. It doesn't just show that buyers have shown up to the party, it shows they've come with conviction and they're taking back control. Okay, so spotting the pattern is awesome, but that's just step one. How do you actually turn that observation into a real, actionable trading plan? Let's talk strategy. So, two terms here are absolutely critical: your entry and your stop loss. Think of the entry as your go signal, a potential buy order you might place just above the high point of the whole pattern. And the stop loss, that's your safety net, the point where you get out if the trade doesn't work out, usually placed just below the pattern's low. Let's go back to our chart for a second. You can see these potential levels marked right here. That line above the pattern, that's a possible entry point, designed to catch the momentum if it continues up. And that stop loss, tucked just below the lowest point, is there to clearly define your risk before you even get in. All right, let's wrap this all up. Here's a quick and dirty checklist so you can feel confident trying to spot this pattern for yourself. Okay, here's your cheat sheet. First, and this is non-negotiable, the pattern has to show up after a clear downtrend. Then, you're on the lookout for our three candles, a long red one, followed by that small-bodied star of indecision, and the confirmation is that third candle, a long, strong green one. Now here's the real key. That green candle should close well into the territory of that first red candle. That's what really shows you that the buyers are back and they mean business. The Morning Star is just one of many stories that play out on a price chart. It teaches us to look for these little narratives of struggle, of a pause, and then a big reversal. So the next time you pull up a chart, ask yourself, what other stories are trying to be told here?